So here's my audience. All right, thank you guys. So today I'm going to be informing you on Muhammad Ali. So formerly his name is Cassius Clay. He changed his name when he first started his professional boxing career. We'll get into that a little later. But according to Danny Perry in the article called Why He Said What He Said, Muhammad Ali primarily boxed through the 1960s and the 1970s. That was the time when he held down the welterweight division of boxing. He grew up in a period of great discrimination where, colored people, they weren't really given the same rights and they were really hated against. And that was one thing that just motivated him through his entire life to make a change and be the best he could be at everything. The hate and all this discrimination he received is one thing that he claims that made him get as far as he did. So the first thing I'll talk to you about today about Muhammad Ali is a side that really everybody knows about him, the great boxer that he is. He's known all around the world as a world-class boxer. He's been boxing, like I said, ever since the 1960s, and he reigned the heavyweight belt for over 10 years, which is unheard of nowadays. And according to Bill Ott in the article called The Greatest Muhammad Ali, he was a 3-time heavyweight champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and a record holder of 37 knockouts. Now, 37 knockouts is unheard of when it comes to boxing. This man was easily one of the greatest ever to do what he does. Now, this is the side of Muhammad Ali that many of you don't know. Like I said before, he grew up in a time of great discrimination. He always wanted to be able to make a difference, but in his early years, he never really had the chance to because he wasn't the world-class boxer that he was. That was before he was 20 years old, when he couldn't really do much. As he became more famous, he started using his platform to show everybody, that racism wasn't right. And he was able to uplift himself and show everybody right from wrong. He would use his press conferences after fights to be able to show the world, and speak out against racism. Because that way, all eyes were on him because he was setting all these records and he was doing everything. He was doing his thing in boxing. So everybody was paying attention to him. And he was the first person of this time to really make a statement and make his mark. So everybody kind of followed up on that and listened to it because they had never had someone of color stand up for their rights. So Muhammad Ali demonstrated great perseverance. Shortly after his boxing career, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Now, for those of you that know, Parkinson's disease is no joke. It limited everything he did. He couldn't walk the same, he couldn't talk the same, he couldn't do the same things. He was just very limited. So, according to the article, Fight for the Right, Muhammad Ali had a non-profit organization called the Muhammad Ali Center that he would donate to regularly, and he made open to the public for everybody to donate to, so that it could go towards helping people that had Parkinson's disease or any other disease that restricted people or that costed a lot of money. Because from his boxing career, he accumulated a lot of money throughout the years, so he had money to spend, and he wanted to give back to the people that he fought so hard for, to be able to bring awareness upon racism and hate and discrimination and everything in between. He was known to donate to many charities. He was just known to do random acts of kindness just to help people. He just wanted to be such a public figure that helped everybody and that was looked upon well after his boxing years and well after he was alive as a good person who spreaded positivity to just help everybody. So finally, Muhammad Ali, the great boxer that he was, he used his platform in a way that we don't really see much of today. And the biggest thing is he didn't have to use his platform like he did. He could have just boxed, been one of the greatest like he is. He could have done that, went about his business, and never tried to help anyone. But he chose, he saw where America was, falling. And he used himself to uplift that and try to make a change. And that's what really sets him apart. He showed the world that you shouldn't discriminate. And now with Parkinson's disease, he showed the world why you should never give up. Even when he had Parkinson's disease, he still took press conferences. He was still seen out. he was still seen doing everything he could do as well as he could do it. He cared more about being able to be an influence than to just be a boxer. Also, there hasn't been any other sports figure to do what he did. That's why many people, they call him the best boxer, but they also call him one of the greatest people ever also.